All right, guys, good morning. Let me get finish getting set up. All right, welcome everybody to the stream. This is our Tuesday stream, and normally for our Music Academy, we do techniques, so 50 Days to Flying Fingers and our Transpose toolbox thing we've been working on. But I thought I would go live and do something for everyone today because we are getting close to our 1 million views for the most popular, worst quality video that I have in terms of the video quality is really bad from that How to Be a Blues Pro in an hour. But today what we're going to do is we're going to we're less than 10K from getting 1 million on that video, and I'm really looking forward to that because you guys know from the iMusicAcademy that we're going to do something for somebody really nice. So we're going to do something nice for somebody who, and I don't have that person identified, but in the past you guys have bought instruments for people. We've raised money for scholarships for kids, for people to go to things like jazz camp and all that. So when we hit 1 million, we are going to do something for somebody that will really benefit them and bless them. Now, you guys know that when I say we're going to do something, we have things picked out. It's just I'm letting our members decide and those people that are in the know. I have connections and have helped raise money through I'm a director of a School of Fine Arts at our church, and I'm a worship pastor. But also, I've been able to help get instruments for kids and help send kids. I can't do that on my own for sure, but I'm very blessed to be able to be a part of that. So we're going to do something for somebody very nice. All right, so let's dig into this lesson today, and let's take a look at the Blues Academy. Some of you have been asking about that. Vicky's in the Blues Academy and Ted's in the Blues Academy. And we're going to have a lot of fun with today's lesson because we're actually going to do I mentioned the road to 1 million. The very first example you get is this. I say, all right, guys, let's go. Oh, let me say hello to, let me pull up my chat window. All right, hey, Vicky and hey, Ted. Good to see you guys this morning. I meant to say that on the front end, but it's great to see you. And anybody who jumps in this live, I put 2 charts up there for just linked to it. So go ahead and grab those. For you guys who are in the Academy, you already know I sent those out in an email, and they're, of course, in the membership area. But anybody who gets on this public live, just go ahead and download that chart and enjoy it. There are 2 charts, and both of those are from the Blues Alternate Bass course. Now let's take a look at the membership area, and again, we're doing something a little bit different. We're not going to do our technique lesson. We did some of that yesterday, but today we're going to focus on Blues Example 1, our most popular lick at iMusicAcademy, or sort of the one that got us started really getting out there. So we're going to do that, but we're going to use blues alternate bass lines. We're going to do 2 different bass lines to go with that, and then I want to show you guys practice strategies how to get better at not only that lick but other licks. So we've been doing this thing called Blues Roadmaps for Success, and I'm going to teach you guys a little bit about how we do that. So if the sound is okay, just let me know once again in the chat, and then we'll dig right in. And as people come in, just somebody will put in the chat, encourage them as they come in and say hello. And also, if they want that chart, just let them know that that's available for them while we're on this live stream. Okay, so we have at least 6 people watching right now. Thank you guys for being here. And we welcome you here. We're glad you're here. And be bold and say hello in the chat. We always love it when people check in. Or make sure you like the video. I think we're going to get up to 20 likes before the end of this video. Grab those PDFs and let's dig in. Let's have some fun. All right, I'm going to pull up the membership area. I'm a student as well as the leader of this awesome family. And we're really excited about this, the Blues Academy that opened up. And here's the great thing is it works great on mobile, on iPad. I use it all the time on my iPad and computer, of course. So I'm on the home here, and here it has all the courses right here. So you have your blues shapes in all keys, blues volume 1 in all keys, blues volume 2, etc. But right now we're just going to click on blues piano bass lines, and all I have to do is hit access now, and then it'll pull it up. And then I'm going to first pull up blues bass lines for this is the alternate bass course. And what's great about this is it has the sheet music right under there, so not only can you watch the video, and it's very simple. So our very first one we're going to work on is actually that bass line. Let me do something real quick. We have that one or that one. Okay. Okay, so let me pull up. I see that I uploaded the wrong. I'm glad that I sent that to you guys because I uploaded the wrong chart. That's the original one. Well, let's go ahead and play the original one, and I'll teach you the other one. So when you pull up iMusicAcademy, this is the first one you get, right? So let's just do a review of what's happening there. Is a C chord. And this is about the fastest quick review that I can do. Is that this is for my beginners. You have a C scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are our numbers. If you know that, you can say, all right, I'm going to build a C chord with the 1, the 3, and the 5 of the scale, the major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 5. You're skipping white notes. And you go, if you flat a note, you go to the left. And then if you sharp a note or raise a note, you go to the right. Okay, so if I say your flat third of the scale, 1, 2, 3, you flat it. Boom. Now notice that I'm sliding. I'm using my fingers. I like this fingering of 1, 2, 3. And what I'm doing is, you have to get used to this, but you practice going from the minor third to the major third. Again, this is just a very quick overview for anyone who might be coming in saying, hey, I want to learn about blues piano. All right, so I'm using the notes C and G. That'll always be C and E and G. Very simple and very easy to do. Now watch this. As you get used to sliding notes, this is something you have to practice, right? You have to get used to, okay, I'm sliding from this note. This note is E flat, and when I arrive at my chord, when I land on it, I'm going to be on a C triad, a very basic 3-note chord, but very important. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to practice going back and forth from the E and G to the C. Okay, the next one, now I'm going to speed it up a little bit because a lot of the people on here are beginners to intermediate, and I have definitely some intermediate, and I already know that I have some advanced people in here. So let me go ahead and move right along. I have so much beginner stuff out there. If you need help with that, I'm more than happy to send you any of that, and I'll send it to you absolutely free. So here you go. The next thing we're going to do is C triad in second inversion. I'm sorry, an F triad in second inversion. Maybe I'm the one that needs review. F triad in second inversion. And then that's C, F, and A. And then I go up to C and C7 without the third note. What does that mean, C7? That means I take the 1, the 3, the 5, and I add the 7th note of the major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is B. C, E, G, B. And then I'm going to flat that. I'm going to lower it. So now that's that, but I'm not playing that middle note. So all I do is have these notes. Now for my beginners to intermediate players, this is one of the things I want you guys to do every single day. This or another exercise like it, because what's happening is I'm using all of my fingers. I'm using 1, 2, 3, and I'm using 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 3, and 5. So all of my fingers for this one example are getting used. Also, I'm building up the muscles of this rocking motion. And notice that I'm always going against the C. Now, I tell my students that a lot of the times we sit down, we say, oh, I don't have a lot of time to practice. Well, yes, you do. And sometimes we're just not motivated to practice. But one thing that I like to do is to make people practice, right? Sit down and I'm saying this, you have to just sit down at the piano and say, I'm going to practice, and you have to focus in on something. This is a great way to start, to get your fingers going, to get your muscles going, your mind going. And then for you guys who are part of iMusicAcademy, one of the things we do is C, G to C, A in the left hand, just C, G to C, A. Now this is the quarter note version. So, and quarter notes are downbeat of like one beat each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Again, this is a quick crash course, but we're just in a minute we're going to dig in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I did teach a lesson last night to a local student, and I was telling him, make sure that you always repeat that pinky at the bottom. That is what really gets you a lot of success. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Never drag the pinky where you're not hitting it every time. You have to separate it. C, C, C. And notice that I'm practicing left hand only. Now putting it together, I started together. C, G, C, A. So when I'm on the C and A, I'm on the F and A. F, A, and C and A. All right, here we go. I'll do quarter notes for a minute. And now I'm moving out of the beginner lesson. I'm going to more the beginner to intermediate for the rest of the time. But please know that if anybody needs help from the beginning, I'm here to help you. I'd love to help you figure it out. So here we go. This is just the quarter note pulse. 3 and 4 and 1. Now, if you found me on YouTube with the very first video, we did eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3. Let me pull up the chat window just to make sure you guys are still with me here. 1 second. Yeah, hey Bill, did you get the charts? We're about to dig into those charts. I just wanted to make sure that we had enough people in here. Now, so when you pull up iMusicAcademy, the very first most popular video we have, which we're coming up on 1 million. I can't believe it. I know I say that a lot, but that's one of my favorite things to do. Not because of anything I've done, but it's been a fun road to get to this point. And I really want to celebrate this 1 million. And we're going to do something nice for somebody, as I've said already. But check this out. The two here are the two bass lines we're going to do in just a minute. One of them is this. All right, that's the first thing. Then the other one we're going to do is. So you get a little Ray Charles feel in that one. All right, we're going to dig into that in just a minute. But let me tell you about this idea I had for why did I even create the blues alternate bassline courses? Because when we're learning how to practice, when we're practicing things, we need to, with bass lines especially, we need to separate the left hand. So we practice this as eighth notes. I like to encourage my students to use your eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, or quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, in the case of dealing with this first PDF, and let me know that you guys all have it. Bill, let me know that you got it. We're going to do this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 4 and 1 and 2. It's great to practice hands separate. The tricky part about this specific bass line is the and of 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Do you guys see the links up there? And go ahead and click on them. Make sure and recopy it if you need to. I want Bill to get those PDFs. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. And I'll do it again if I need to. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Let me just check, make sure we're good. I just pinned it. I just pinned one at the top. Yeah, at the very top of the chat, Bill, and it should show up even though you weren't here at the very beginning. Let me know. And hey, if somebody will put both links in the comments, that would help. Grab the link, if you can do that, and just put it in the comment. That'll also make it easy. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and we're going to go till about, realistically, 9:30 is when I'll sign off for sure. I might sign off a little sooner than that, but we're going to spend time digging into this, and then I will edit the video down and get rid of all the me talking craziness, and I'll re-upload it. Okay, so here we go. Are you guys ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And in the meantime, if you're enjoying this, make sure you like the video. Let's try to get to 20 likes. And also, say hello in the chat. It's really awesome when you do that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right, let's see where this lines up in the right hand. Uh-oh, the C and the E are together. Now, beat 4 gets the G and the F together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. On the G, I'm on beat 4. I always tell my students that if you have trouble with the rhythm, especially if it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and like 1 and 2 and 3 and da 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 and 2 and the way you're going to get all of these rhythms is if you slow them down and straighten them out as if you're playing classical music. Now, I also have a classical background. I need to get some water. Hold on a second. You guys get set up with the PDFs. Let me grab a water real quick. All right, as I was trying to say, is that if you slow it down and straighten it out, so listen to this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and once you get that down, once you build up this muscle memory in your left hand, then you can really start to have fun and some success as you kind of loosen up. I'll play it straight. Now I'll speed it up just a little bit. Now the great thing about this is that this specific bass line, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and is a chord. It's a C note, it's a C triad, right? 1, 3, and 5. So this fingering works in any key that I'm in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And just a triad, 5, 3, 1. So it doesn't matter what key I'm in. And the way we learn things is there's some really cool things in your right hand as you learn this specific shape, C, F, and G. When I created the Blues Volume 1 through 3, we used all of the courses having the same bass line, and we only use it in C, F, and G. And the reason we did that is, I'll show you. This is the first example, but then it goes like this to F, which is the 4 chord of the C blues, and back to C, and I'll show you why this is important in just a second. G. Okay, so as I play C chord and I play that lick, when I go to F, it's the exact same shape, the exact same finger numbers. And when I go to G, guess what? Same exact shape, and they're all what we call a slide key. You're sliding from the minor third to major third, and you get that. And I was very intentional when I created those original courses, is because I want to get this muscle memory and repetition. And then you put this with this. I don't even have to think about my left hand now. And same with you guys, Vicky. I know this works for you, and Ted, this works for you, because we've been practicing this stuff. It's not like I just woke up and could play all that. No, I had to put in the work. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And I used my classical background to help straighten it out when I didn't know how to do it. So then, let me fast forward here, is that when I decided, okay, people have trouble locking up the hands. You guys know that I've done these locking up the hands videos, and they've actually been quite popular, and there's a reason, because it's tough to lock up the hands at times. So then I was thinking, well, how can I make this work to really benefit everybody? Well, to help me, I just said I'm going to pick one lick from iMusicAcademy, and then I'll change the bass line. I think I have 27, 28 that I've written out, and honestly, within our membership group and our students, we've probably only worked on 10 of them, because obviously we have the blues alternate bass course, but I'm kind of excited to eventually get to all of those where I'm teaching all of those. But it takes time. The reason. All right, I'm gonna get Bill set up. Hold on a second. All right, Bill, start with that one, and then let me know that you have that, and then I'll put in the other one, okay? I just recopied it from Dropbox, and I just want to make sure you have it. Okay, so guys, again, the idea of with the blues alternate bass line is I wanted to pick one lick that would work over all these bass lines, and then we just literally can mathematically line the beats up with the sheet music and learn this practice strategy of 1 and 2 of slowing it down and straightening it out. Let's go ahead and do this. So hopefully Bill has that, but I'm waiting to hear so I can put the other link. But here, check this out, Bill, is you'll do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I'm going to straighten it out. 2 and. So if you get the and of 2 gets the C. Waiting to hear from Bill on that. Vicky, talking to you and to Ted, is that you guys know if we want to get a lot done and a lot of focused practice, one of the things that we would do is take this idea and transpose it to a different key. We know that we have all of our slide keys, right? So a slide key is when you slide from the minor third to the major third. It's easy in C. It's a slide key, no problem. In E flat, it's a slide key. It's the same shape. There are a few little twists you need to know. Not twists, but you need to know. You get up into the keys a little bit. That's important. F is an easy slide key. Jesus slide key. Now, the rest of them are what we call hammer-on keys. Okay, so on a hammer-on key, what do? You hammer on. I think I call it hammer-on. I don't know if that's the correct term, but basically, I'm hammering on. I'm doing 2 to 3, so it's like this. Let me do one. Let's do D. So normally C is here, and to D, I know my D major scale, so that's the reason why this is easy for me to find the triad. And I love to teach you guys how to learn your major scales quickly, so if anybody has trouble learning those, I will gladly help you with that. So watch this. Minor third is F natural, so there's my hammer on. 2 to 3 while I'm holding that A up top. That gives me as close as I can get to a slide if I hammer on. So my destination is that F sharp. Jeffrey, I knew you were going to come. Jeffrey and Vicky and Ted and our iMusicAcademy family are always here. Thank you, Jeffrey, for being here. All right, so hammering on is a really important thing to get. Don't be afraid of playing in different keys, guys. Playing in different keys is really important, and all you have to do is, just like with the slide key, you learn a new muscle movement. So you have this, hammer on, and then I go back to my pattern. So hammer on, then 2 and 4 for D. I'm doing that. So let's just do one other key, and then we'll dig into that other bass line. The next one we'll do is, let's just go up a half step. This may seem a little bit tricky for some people, but let's go ahead and get our D flat triad. Not for this group of people. You have D flat triad, and I want you to get up into the keys, and you're going to hammer on 2 to 3. So your E to your F to get to your major third. So listen. Hammer on to the minor third to major third. Now, if I'm having trouble with that, I'm going to go back to C. Back to D flat. Let me tell you something really cool and interesting is that if you can play those 2 different fingerings, you're either sliding from the minor third to the major third, or you're hammering on to from the minor third to major third. You can play all 12 keys with those same hand positions. If you agree with that, put that in the chat while I get another drink of water. I'm telling you guys, this is the way to do it. We're going to talk about our blues roadmaps in just a minute, since it's mostly just family here. But also, we're going to do that other bass line, which is really nice. I just wanted to make sure that Bill has the charts first. And I'll go ahead and paste the other one in as well. Okay, that should be both of them. All right, so let's talk about the next one, and we'll come back to some practice strategies with these bass lines. Let's go back into the membership area and just look at that for a second while you guys are pulling that up. I'm so excited about this. It's been so awesome. Let me just talk about practice strategies. What we've done is by creating this online platform, which I've wanted to do for years, finally did it, and we have, let's see, 10 or 11 people in it, which is pretty amazing. We've had 6 people in it for the last almost 2 years. It was an underground thing. And then when I launched the Blues Academy, we've had three or four people join us since this last week. But it was really cool. But here's the thing we did is we have this blues membership now. And so what's fun about it is, and why I like this online platform, is because I just click a button. This works on any device, but what I love about it is, let's just say I wanted to look at the first example. Let me just do a different one. Like, let's say I'm going to go do 7. And I click on it. And you hear how that it goes right into it. And then the music is right underneath, which I love, and it looks great on the phone. I can blow it up if I want to look at it. And then when I'm done, guess what? I hit mark it as complete. Now it says completed, and that now it says 1 of 10 lessons completed. What I love about this is what kind of got the blues roadmaps to success, is because yesterday on our lesson I said, all right guys, you have to do Blues Volume 1, Example 1, and when you're done you check that off. But we also have some really important things we're learning about scales, and so the roadmaps are for yesterday. Ted, you can verify this, but I think we had, I want you guys to learn your major scales, just a reminder to be able to say them going up and down. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. So we talked about some cool strategies to learn your major scales really quickly. But the end goal of learning our major scales is does a couple things. Helps us with our technique of getting our fingers going, but also helps us be able to really transpose in all keys without having to think about, okay, my fingers are here, but what notes are those? No, it helps us really understand, okay, this is C major, 1, 3, 5, C, E, G, or C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, or I can say it going back down, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. There are little fun little strategies to teach you to really own your major scales in any key. And this is important because I could say, all right, let's do a C7 chord. And right away you could go C, E, G, B flat, 1, 3, 5, flat 7 of the major scale. So if I was in G, I'd go 1, 3, 5, flat 7. Yeah, this doesn't happen overnight, but it's very easy to get a hold of if you know how to practice this kind of stuff. So that's why we start very simple. C, F, and G this week. Everybody's going to know the key of C, F, and G. We're reinforcing that each lesson that we have. And then we're building chords to go along with that. All right, make sure you guys have your charts for the other one, and we'll dig in. Very good, guys. Okay, so the next thing is let's deal with that other one, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. This is kind of more of a Ray Charles kind of feel to me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I just realized that I wasn't even live on my video, so it looked like it was frozen for me. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Let me know in the chat if that's very easy for you guys. I love how fast this platform is too. I finished doing Blues Volume 4 the other day, or yesterday or the day before. I had a few tweaks, and today I'm adding the blues shapes. There are a couple things in the all keys, and then the all keys workout. This is awesome. So this is the one that I have to finish. We did a whole series, if you guys remember, on Blues Volume 1 in all keys. And so I'm putting all of that in there as well. Blues shapes in all keys. Maybe it's in this one. Yeah, so we did get into blues shape in all keys. That course was very, very popular when I had it available. And people love it because it's simple. Like we did Oscar Peterson. Anyway, all keys for shapes like that are really helpful. All right, let me go back here. I'm going to hit home again. And then we were doing the blues bass line. So let's just go ahead and teach this other one again. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. I'm building up finger memory, muscle memory, and 2. Yep, exactly, Vicky. So in order to lock this one up, listen to how we're going to do it. We're going to slow it down. We're going to straighten it out. 1 and 2 and. Notice that that's the exact same thing that we did for the other one, the New Orleans feel. 1 and 2 and. It does the same thing of the and of 2. 1 and 2 and 3. That was the other one. Now let's see what's different. 1 and 2 and 3 and. So the G gets the C, G and C together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And 3 and G and C together. So I can even practice that by itself. 1 and 2 and 3 and G and C together and 4 and. See how I'm doing that, guys? And 4 and. Now slow it down and straighten it out even more. Then I can loosen it up. Now let me go back to the other one. So one of the things that we did yesterday is a reminder that your blues endings, one we did is, everybody needs to know that one. This is one of the easier ones to do, is whatever key you're in, C, you go down a whole step, so 2 notes, and in your left hand you go up to the 3rd of the scale. And then it's chromatically, so each note, and they meet on G together. Whatever key I'm in, if I'm in the key of F, I do the same thing, down to the flat 7, or if I'm in G. I think that on our most popular video, the 990,000, I do this one. Something like that. Or something like that. Really old school. Notice how my rocking motion, I go a little bit forward. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Everybody does it a little bit different, but for me, having a little bit of a loose hand and kind of moving, rocking it back and forth gives me the feel that I want without creating tension. If I stay straight, for me, I would have a little tension. I'd rather loosen it up a little bit. the other bass line? Let's do the other one, which is that 1 and 2, 3. Okay, now let's transpose this in our other two keys. So in order to play a C blues, we need to be able to do it on what keys? C. What are the other two? Yep, that's nice, Ted, and I agree 100%. All right, I've got about 5 more minutes. I just wanted to show you guys those bass lines for today. And honestly, the road to 1,000,000 is really cool, and I'm really excited about that. Even though we have 11 people in our group, I still have yet to hear somebody tell me which idea they prefer regarding the nice thing we're going to do for somebody. In the past, we've bought violins for people for a music school thing. We've provided lessons for people. And then we sent a kid to jazz camp and bought him a trumpet. So you guys help think of when we hit 1,000,000. The other thing I said, I actually gave everyone an option on the public channel. I said, should we do something really nice for somebody, or should I do a course giveaway? Oh, anyway, all right. I'm going to give you a couple other tips here as we wrap up. We're gonna wrap it up in about 3 to 4 minutes. As you're practicing these things, I mean, if you had 10, 15, 20 minutes today, practice these bass lines. So I put the links in the chat, and of course Vicky and Ted, you guys already have those, but just practice building up some muscle memory, and you're working on the lick at the same time. 1 and 2 and 3. Straighten it out. And then do the other one, which is more the New Orleans feel. That's right, F and G. There's F. How about G? Just go ahead and knock that. And if you feel bold, if you're more of an intermediate player, work on that goal of putting this in all keys by knowing the only other one we have to get is our hammer-on key. And that works for D flat, it works for D. E flat is a slide key. E is a hammer-on key. How about F? Slide key. F sharp is a hammer-on key. G is slide key. G sharp or A flat is a hammer-on. And notice that I'm up into the keys. With D flat, I'm up in the keys in the same way. When I'm in F sharp, I'm up into the keys. When I'm on A flat, up into the keys. And A is a hammer-on key. I would probably play it a little bit lower. And then B flat is a slide key, and then B is a hammer-on. And then go back to C. And then for the other one, that's right. For the other one, we're going to do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so when we go to F, it's the same exact motions. And 2 and 3 and 4 and. same thing. 1 and 2 and 3. What about F sharp? And 2 and 3. Then you can do the turnaround at the end. Any questions about anything, guys? Awesome. All right, I want you guys to go practice and have fun. And if you feel like doing anything fun on the iMusicAcademy channel, that's a great question, Ted. So we're doing chromatically right now, but one of the lessons that I taught yesterday was exactly that thing, is that yes, you need to be able to practice chromatically, minor thirds, right? Major thirds, which would be E then, right? And then circle of fifths or fourths, C, F, B flat. I'm doing it way faster than I want all of us to practice. A flat. Yep. And I always say, if you have trouble practicing in different keys, go back to your comfort key. Go back to the key of C. And a guy like you, Ted, yes, practice it in all keys. But somebody who's not quite at that level, it's good to practice just 3 keys, 2 keys, 1 key, left hand only, right hand only. The main thing is you decide on what you're going to practice and you knock it out. That's why this morning I decided we won't do our normal technique lesson. But we're going to do we're going to talk about this upcoming to 1,000,000 because I'm really excited about that. But we're using the practice strategies of focusing on 3 things today. We said, all right, we're going to stay in the key of C. We're going to do C, F, and G. We need all 3 of those because we're building success. Now we're going to do this one. Quarter notes, of course. You guys have been doing that. And the 8th notes, you guys have been doing that. So let's focus on these 2 ideas. Either this one, 2 and 3 and 4 and this same motion is going to work for F. And look how slow. For you, Ted. Okay, so the other thing is on the Ray Charles one, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and maybe you just need to spend a little time with that left hand only bass line. 1 and 2 and 3. All right, here's your bonus tip for the day as we wrap up. Let's get to 8 likes in the next 2 minutes, and I've got. Sorry, let's do 9 likes in the next 2 minutes, and I've got a really cool bonus exercise for you guys. Other than that, I'm just going to say hello or goodbye. How old is the new person? It'll be a teenager. Teenagers can go to jazz camps. So you remember when we sent Rodney to jazz camp? Teenager. All right, we're at 8. I don't know if I said 8 or 9, but let me show you guys this. Let's try to get to 9 likes, 10 likes before. No, it's trumpet. Before the end of this live. All right, here's your bonus tip. Okay, I showed this to somebody yesterday as a great exercise and a great work for the fingers. Is you have this C, you have your octave. We're in the C blues. Now, this is a note, the flat 7 is of course going to work. Also, flat 7 is going to work, 6th note is going to work, even that sharp 5th or flat 6 is going to work, and then the G blues scale, first 5 notes of the blues scale, we know is going to work. So a fun little exercise is this. Do that again. I actually put that in one of our blues volumes, and I can't even remember which one. If anybody knows which one, let me know. I'll have to go back and look at the courses, but it's a great way to remind us what notes that we know are going to work, and it also helps build up some strength and some muscle memory with our octave, which is such an important note. And it teaches us syncopation, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Isn't that kind of cool? Yeah, Jeffrey's all about the saxophone. So, guys, an important thing about this, and Ted, you'll appreciate this, yes, of course we have the syncopation, but if you go to F, so you get the idea. But it's also great for ear training. I could pick any key. Somebody pick. Let's do a fun little right hand exercise, ear training together. Somebody pick another key. We'll do this really rapid fire as we try to get to 10 likes. Let's get to 10 likes before we wrap this up. I don't even know why I need 10 likes now, but I need 10 likes. Yeah, that's an option. Find a saxophonist, yes. There's something about sending a kid to a jazz camp is also really a nice thing. It has to be a major key for this exercise. Nice try, Ted. I mean, yes, we could do G. So Ted says A flat. Okay, so you're going to get your octave first and know that it goes down by a whole step to the flat 7, then the 6, the flat 6, and then guess what? You get right into the first 5 notes, right? So boom da, boom da, boom da. And then you're home free with your 5-note blues pattern, which we've done a lot of lessons on how to get to that, all right? And Vicky said the key of A. Somebody put in another key, so A, 6, flat 6, 5. I was telling one of my students yesterday, I said, well, I only have time for 3 students. And one of his lessons was yesterday. And I said, all right, let's do some transposition. Let's work on some things. And I said, pick a key, any key. And he said, B. I said, I can't play in B. And I was just kidding, and it became a funny joke. We can all play in any key if we learn how to practice playing in other keys. And all it takes is by focusing and learning how to do it. Okay, so key of B. So Vicky, if we're doing B, of course it's helpful to know our B major scale, but that's for another video. But basically, you do the octave of B, flat 7, 6, flat 7, and then first 5 notes of the B blues scale. And notice that even at that, I'm up into the keys a little bit, right? So I would do. All right, couple more keys. Let's nail a couple more keys. We're going to get to 10 likes. I have a feeling it'd be a great way to end. I'm way over on this lesson, but I just wanted to come hang out with you guys and tell you that I'm really excited about us getting to 1 million on that one video. And we spent time on that blues example 1. I want to encourage you guys. This is a great exercise to wake up to and do. And then you get bold, and you learn the different fingerings, which are only 2, slide key or a hammer-on key. And if you need more explanation on that and how that works, you can email me. All right, we got to 10 likes. Thank you, iMusicAcademy community. You guys are really awesome. All right, so key of F sharp. All right, let's do F sharp. So Ted, if we did that, we're gonna go. We're gonna find this. Of course, it's helpful to know the F sharp major scale, which is for a different video. Now you go octave, flat 7, 6, flat 6, and then guess what? You're right in on blues scale. Okay, and then Vicky, you said D, so key of D, we need to know our D major scale, and then you go D, flat 7, 6, flat 6, and then guess what? You're at home free on the blues shapes. Now, let me wind up by telling you guys this, because I love when I have people that want to practice and get better. The reason I tell you guys how to do, in the Easy Jazz course, you guys know that the very first example is this. Right? Because you can build some serious confidence and success, and you can basically play in any key a really nice blues if you can get into these shapes, right? The first 5 notes of the blues scale. So all these notes are going to work. Or this. All of those notes are going to work, and guess what? My hand is over that shape. Every single note, I don't even have to look, but I do need to use my mind. Bum ba da bum bum ba da 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 da. Right? But all of those fit under the hand. If I went up a half step to D flat, now I learned those 5 notes. And you guys know I've done all kinds of videos on going up in all keys on this. Now we're playing in C sharp. How about D? am I doing anything crazy? No, it's very, very easy. But in order to get to where it's easy, I had to learn. Okay, that's the first five. Here's a C major scale. How do you build the first five notes? 1, flat 3 of the scale, 4, sharp 4, and 5. Okay, there's the shape. Now I play that in this scale because I know D flat major scale. I know all the notes, and now to make a D flat scale, I have to go 1, flat 3, 4, sharp 4. Okay, and then I spent time learning about that. And then I said, all right, D major scale has 2 sharps. Okay, here's that 5-note blues scale, so that anytime I was playing, if I'm playing a D major blues, I can do that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, and I could go. I'd really want to hear the major. You get the idea. Okay, so you learn the blues shapes and you're home free for a great place to start. All right, any other questions on anything? Congratulations getting to 10 likes, everyone. All right, as I'm signing off, let's say our goodbyes. Everybody say goodbye to each other, and that we'll see each other in the next video. And for me, I'm excited about our road to 1 million. Go in, anybody who's watching this, go into the very first most popular video, the ones at 990,000, whatever, and put a comment in that video. It's a really fun comment thread to listen to or to read, but also just do it. I think it'll continue to help the algorithm and it'll get us there quicker, but it has probably 13,000 comments or something like that. Or is it likes? Let me see. Somebody go there and tell me how many likes it has. But anyway, comment in there just for fun. But the other thing is so fun is that last week we did launch our Blues Academy, and I think technically we have 3 slots left. I said I would only take 6. We had 6 in there already, and we got three more or 4 more. I can't remember, but I'm really excited about that. But the cool thing about what I love is that everything is online, and it's so neat and so easy. And so we're doing our blues roadmaps to success, and when we get done with a lesson, we just literally mark it as completed. There's our sheet music right below each video, and then we say, all right, I'm done with that one. And then they have assignments they do, and it says 2 out of 10 lessons completed. That way we know where we are and we have a plan moving forward. So the roadmaps for these guys that were a part of the group, they yesterday had to do Blues Example 1, and I think it was Blues Example 9 or 10, this one right here. And we learn it on 3 different keys as our goal, and then this week we're doing C scale, F scale, and G. And you have to know it going up, C major, and then being able to say it back down, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. So there's a fun little strategy that I like to teach for that. Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out today. Thanks for liking, commenting, all that. Which one is it? Ted, how can you be a member of iMusicAcademy and not know which video I'm talking about? Somebody put that link in the chat. It's embarrassing, Ted. Actually, Ted is one of... So I had the unofficial membership at iMusicAcademy for 1.5 years. Everyone is still in there. And when I launched the Blues Academy, Ted is... very new at iMusicAcademy, but I feel like I've known Ted forever, so somebody help him out. All right, we've got 7 people watching, and I'm daring somebody to be bold and just put your first name in the chat. All right, I'm going to put the link in there just for you guys. All right, there it is right there. That's the link to my most popular video, and it's the worst quality video. But people seem to like it because I didn't do all the fluff of talking about, hey, I'm Bob from iMusicAcademy, which is probably what I do all the time right now. Yeah. Most of you that watch iMusicAcademy, this is how you found me. For some reason, that video brings all kinds of people to iMusicAcademy. I'm not saying they stay, but they at least arrive here. I've been getting a lot of interest in people from different countries, which is really, really cool. I like that a lot. And I have a lot of new things I've been working on. Have you guys seen all my shorts that I've been doing? It's really been cool, and people are really interested in the jazz side of things and chords and all that. So I'm actually been putting together the Chord Academy, which is a lot of fun. Things like this. You know, I've been doing the Bob's Butter chord series. See if you've seen that. But like if you're, there's a D pedal, and if I go and I play these not really nice, you can learn very simple shapes to get really jazzy really quick. Or anyway, that's for another lesson, but those are a lot of fun. All right, Ted, did you click on that link and figure it out? I think all these links disappear. All the chat and everything from the chat disappears for at least a day. So that's why I say sometimes put it in the comments, because we have people that might join on that aren't part of iMusicAcademy, and I want everybody to have the chart before I take the video down or whatever, or edit it, whatever I need to do. Oh yeah, the Chord Academy is awesome. I've been working hard on that. I actually have I've been doing jazz lessons at iMusicAcademy for a long time, but I have a course that I haven't even released yet, but I'm actually putting it all in the Chord Academy and doing everything. But things like chord shortcuts, where you take, let's just say, here's an easy one. Take a G triad, right? And then if you put the notes C, G, and E like a C chord, now all of a sudden you have really nice C major 9, and I didn't do anything crazy to get there, right? It's a really nice, little, beautiful, easy sound. But also you can take B flat triad, second inversion, and then there's certain little tricks I like to show to get you to hear really quickly, and then there's some fun little things. Or you can do, so not only can you do that, but if I play this chord, it's a beautiful sounding, very simple chord. But then if I did this, oh, also beautiful, but it didn't change anything. So anyway, there are chord shortcuts, and there are chords that I like to stream together. And then you start putting them in all keys, and it really makes a difference when you start playing jazz and things like that. All right, any more questions? That was fun, guys. I enjoyed hanging out. I'm signing off in exactly 1 minute. Let me give my shout outs. Jeffrey, so good to see you as always. Multi-talented, multi-instrumentalist. Ted, always good to see you. Vicky, always good to see you. You guys are awesome. And thank you to everyone who joined the stream, even if you're just hanging out. I love the fact that you chose to do that. I see we have a new comment coming in on the 3 blues licks. Jeffrey, I should have known you were going to do that. Jeffrey, you're so awesome. All right, y'all, make sure you download those charts. If you're watching this and somehow you got to the end of this, which I doubt anyone will, if somehow you get to the end of this, make sure that you, in the comments, download. I think somebody pasted the links to these 2 charts. You're going to get this one, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. So you can put this. And then the other one is... Jeffrey, I know you've been hanging out with me for a long time. Definitely want a music update from you. You'll have to email me and tell me what you've been working on lately, and also tell me if you find these things helpful or if there's something else I need to help you with. All right, sounds good, everyone. Thanks for getting to 10 likes. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video. I probably will email... I might do a short teaching lesson for our email list today, which is, I don't know, we have a couple thousand people on it. Not that, I don't know how many people will look at it, but I want to try to do something nice for the email list. You are welcome, Ted. Ted, Jeffrey, Vicky, have a great day, and everybody else in this list, go practice, have fun, and always, always, the most important thing is to have fun with all of this. Don't get overwhelmed. With all the stuff that's out there, find something and stick with it. All right. See you guys.